Hi, my amazing Disney friends. It's Jess from Disney Jess. And as you might have noticed, I have a bit of a pin haul. So these are all the pins that I actually purchased while I was at Disney. So earlier this week, you saw all the pins that I traded for, and these are all the ones that I spent money on.
Hi guys, it's Editing Jess. I just wanted to pop in here and let you guys know this is an older video that somehow got lost in the shuffle, so I will link that video that I reference up above for you guys if you want to watch it.
There is, I may have gone a little over, but just a smidge. But what we're going to do is I'm going to scoot these off to the side and we'll go through the different categories of them and show you them all one by one. So we have flower and garden pens, we have monthly release pens, and then we have some special edition pens, open edition pens. These ones I actually picked up at the Character Warehouse. So if you haven't heard of the Character Warehouse, there are, I think, 2 locations down in Orlando Orlando area. And they are essentially Disney outlet stores. So you can get Disney park merchandise at a discounted price. So I always like to go there and check out what they have, especially when it comes to pens, because you can get such a deep discount. And it's kind of amazing. And sometimes they have pens I really love, and sometimes they have pens that I use as trading, sometimes in the parks, sometimes online, but it is a good location to get some additional pens. So these are the 6 pens that I picked up while I was there. I actually, you know what, I picked up more than this because I used some of them as traders in the park. But these are the ones that I have left. So the first one is this Walt Disney World 50th pen. They came out for the 50th anniversary last year. So obviously they're kind of clearancing them out. I think these are really nice pens. This is a hinge pen. So you have the traditional Mickey on the front. And then inside you have a picture of the castle, which I think looks gorgeous. And it is the silver castle, not the rose gold castle. I kind of miss the silver castle. So I think it's really pretty. As far as price goes, so originally this was a $17.99 open edition pen, and at the outlet I was able to get it down to $6.99, which is quite the reduction. You don't get your annual pass discount or anything like that there, but I mean, it's totally worth it. So that's pen 1. Pen 2 is also from the 50th, another pen that I thought about getting. I wasn't sure how I felt about the coloring on Tinkerbell, honestly, but for the price I paid for this, I was totally okay with it. So it says autograph book here at the top. We have Walt Disney down here. We have a blue castle this time. The color just felt weird a little bit on the front of this to me originally. But you open it up and you have Tinkerbell's signature, which I really like. So I might display this open opposed to closed, to be honest. But either way, it was only $6.99. It was a yellow, which I don't remember off the top of my head how much yellow is in the park. But I do know that that was quite a discount as well. Then we have this 50th, which is a fan. And it has Minnie and Mickey, Goofy as, I don't know if he's like a hot air balloon or something there. It's just his head. And then we have Donald and Pluto and the castle at the top here. This is a pen that for $6.99 I was like, okay, I can pay $6.99 for it. It is kind of a cool design. I collect Mickey, and I don't know, it seems good. And if I decide that I no longer like it, I can always trade it. So this is a pen that I picked up for trading purposes because I can't recall who this is off the top of my head. So this is the Unlock the Evil, like the lock set that they did this last year. That kind of looks like Baymax here. So maybe it's the villain from that movie, but I'm not positive. But this was a limited edition pen, which always makes a slightly, like, people tend to like that for trading purposes. And this one was limited edition of 4,000. And just, I don't know, these pens were kind of cool. I do like them. A lot of the characters were not characters that were my set, and I had decided, I always pick one set that I'm going to try and collect for the year. And unfortunately, this just wasn't it. So that's why it's going into my traders. And he was only $4.99. I mean, that I can't get a better limited edition trader for $4.99. So the next one I got was a Christmas pen. And I do collect Christmas pens. So I was excited to find this one. It is a Star Wars Christmas pen. Now, I don't collect Star Wars, but because it does fall into the Christmas category, I was excited about that. So it says Merry Sithmas down here, and you have a present that kind of moves back and forth. And I thought that was kind of cool. And I really liked the Death Star at the top of the tree here as well. So, and you have Luke and Leia as well as Darth Vader there. Really cute. And this one, again, was really cheap at $3.99. I'm guessing it's been there a while. It's been a while since Christmas. And then the last one that I picked up there was actually this 50th of Mickey and Minnie. I don't really care for this portion, honestly. I think it's supposed to, maybe it's a bag or something. I'm not really sure. But it does have Mickey and Minnie, an older kind of artwork of them with the yellow in the background. Again, an open edition, and this one was only $4.99. So sometimes I get pens there just because they are so cheap, and having them either as park traders or online traders is really nice. So that is my haul from the Character Warehouse. Next, let's do the color. I think I only have these two as far as open edition pens. These are newer pens. Well, I know this one's a newer pen. I'm not positive when this one came out, but this one is fairly new. They did something similar last, like for the 50th, I think, only they were more of a matte metal. So I thought this one was kind of interesting in its 3D elements of Peter Pan. So I don't have another pen that is similar to this, so I thought that would be kind of cool. They do make these in a bunch of different characters. So I haven't seen Tinkerbell yet. If they come out with Tinkerbell and probably Belle and Ariel, I'll probably get those as well. But I thought Peter was pretty cool, and I do like the coloring on him. I don't know how well he's going to last, like if he's going to scratch up or anything, but I don't think he's going to be any worse than my other pens, and he feels exceptionally sturdy. So that's my first one, and he was a yellow on the open editions. Again, I can't remember how much yellow is off the top of my head. And then this one was a silver, so I think he was more expensive. And this is a Sword in the Stone pen with Wart here, learning from Arthur. Sorry, Wart is Arthur. Learning from Merlin. And this really cool chair. You have the books floating in the background there. I think that's really cool. You have the teapot and a little bit of a cup of tea here. It's a really nice scene, and I'm happy to see more Sword in the Stone pins coming to the park because it is such an underrated film, I feel, and we don't see a lot of representation of them in the pen world. So excited about that. Next, let's do just some one-off limited edition pens. So they still have the Easter pens there, so I did get the 2024 Easter pens. I do have a couple of the Easter pens because I tend to be there around that time, so it's a good way to kind of commemorate a time when I was there. Plus, I like holiday pens. This year it is Buzz and Bo Peep, and we have, you know, the basket behind them. I do like the pen-on-pen element there of that. You can kind of see there's, oh, the pig guy. Why can I not think of his name right now? Hammy? Something like that. Is there in the background, kind of behind Bo Peep's hook there. And then we have a couple of other eggs there. They are so you're seeing more and more of this where it's not just the enamel areas, but you have printed on elements, which can be cool, but I do prefer the older style of pen. I did make an exception here, but the sheep and everything printed on the egg are actually printed on, not the type where you know, you have here where you have the outline of the different areas in metal. So I'm sure that's cheaper for them. Now I didn't look at what the edition size would be on these, so let's take a peek. This edition size is 3,000. Now I feel like I'm seeing fewer and fewer 5,000 editions, and I wonder if that is because over the last couple of years, people just don't have the disposable income they used to have, and so we're not buying as many limited edition pens. I don't know. I'm just kind of curious about that. Are you guys buying as many limited edition pens as you were, say, 3 years ago or 4 years ago? So anyhow, that is the Easter pen that I picked up. I think those might still be on Shop Dizney because I think they were there for a while. The next one I picked up was the Earth Day pen with Ariel. I thought this was a really cute spinner. Now Ariel's expression is a little, you know, sometimes it happens. But there is something about her eyes that kind of looks a little weird to me. But we have Earth Day and 2024 is printed on here on the bubble. We have the clock here so she's in her kind of cavern of special items and so our treasures. So you have the, you know, bubbles on this side. You have all of her treasures kind of in the background. Ariel on this day. On this side, and you have Earth Day down here, and then the earth is kind of that spinner element, and it is the earth on both sides, although you do have different continent, you know, kind of configurations, it looks like. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just mirror image. Yeah, I think it's just mirror image. I think it would have been really cool if they actually, you know, took the time to put in the detail to make it look like the actual continents, but I understand why they didn't do that. So either way, still cool. And this one was limited edition, or no, limited release, sorry, for Earth Day. And then I did pick up a couple of these, one for a friend and one for a trader, because I felt like he would make a good trader. When you're looking for a good trader, a lot of times what you're looking for is a character that's really popular, limited edition, because it'll be harder to find, though not always. Sometimes limited release are actually more popular. Those type of things. A lot of times mystery boxes are super popular and that kind of thing. This is an annual pass holder pen, which means not everybody can get him. He's Orange Bird, which means he's really popular, and he's a limited edition. So that kind of was the trifecta for me to go, oh yeah, this will be a good one to just get as a trader, and especially if I hold on to him a little while until he's no longer available at the park, he'll be a better trader. So he does have, you know, you have the, oh gosh, it's right there next to the tiki room. It's no, Sunshine Season's a little bit over. I can't remember what this one is called, but it's where you get your lip and everything. So you have that there, and then Orange Bird kind of flies across, which I think is really cute. We have some palm trees here in the side, and these are limited edition of 3,000. So, and these I think are gonna, they released at least one other one kind of in this annual pass series, which was the People Mover. I kind of am hoping that I can trade an Orange Bird for a People Mover, but we'll see. So those are my kind of one-off limited editions. Now let's do Flower and Garden Festival. They always have a plethora of pens for Flower and Garden, and I always seem to end up with a lot of them. So this one was actually purchased for a friend of mine, and it is a really cute limited edition, or no, this one was limited release, sorry. And it is, you know, a Mickey head with all of the different butterflies in it, kind of paying recognition to the butterfly house that they have there at Epcot. And it says Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival 2024 in the dangle element. So I thought this was cute, but not quite my style, which is why I didn't get it for myself. But I'm happy that my friend wanted one, so I can show it to you. And there is the back. I really do like this new kind of trademark logo thing. I think it's really cool how they did that. Anyhow, so that is pin 1 from the Flower and Garden. Then they always, well, actually, hold on. This was kind of in the same set. This is the one that I got for myself. And this says Minnie Mouse. I have noticed over the years, I don't know if you guys have noticed this as well, that Minnie has gone on, hold on. Minnie has gone on a little bit of a diet. She is much slimmer these days than she used to be. And I find that interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. But we do have Minnie here in a really beautiful dress. I think there was, hold on, I feel like I'm not focusing very well. Anyhow, there was merchandise with this pattern on it at the festival that I saw. So it is kind of that same butterfly motif that you saw on that last pen. We have the Epcot kind of logo here with Spaceship Earth kind of in the middle. And then you have a line of all of the different pavilions there in the background with the Flower and Garden Festival stuff put on top with that printed element again. This one again is a limited release. I tend to get a Minnie Mouse pen every year for Flower and Garden. It's never intentional, but I always end up with one. So I did get one of those. This was also picked up for a friend of mine. So this is the limited release Orange Bird that they did for the Flower and Garden Festival. It says the original Florida the original Florida Orange Bird, and then of course you have Orange Bird here. You have the 2024 and the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival along the bottom. It's a really cute pen, just a nice circle pen. I love the glitter on this one, really cute. If I collected Orange Bird, this would totally be going in my collection. Then I did get a couple of the annual pass pens. So we have the Spike. I always want to call him Buzzy. I don't know why. But Spike the Bee annual pass pen here. We have Spike in kind of this sketch version of himself. And he is a pen-on-pen element here with some of the flowers in the background here. And we have the different pavilions of Epcot there in the very background. The flowers have this beautiful glitter to them. It does say 2024 pass holder Epcot Flower and Garden Festival there. Oh, it does say limited edition. So let's see what the edition size is on this. Now I did pick up at least one other of these for trading purposes. Because again, the annual pass holder pens are pens that not everybody can get. So let's see, limited edition of 4,000 on that one. So a little bit bigger of an edition size, but still small enough that they make a decent trader. Not as good as an Orange Bird trader, I would say, but still a nice trader in all respects. So I have that one. And then I did also get the limited release pass holder pen, which again features Spike. So you have these beautiful flowers here, as well as look at how they did the glitter on this flower. Let's see if we can get the, are we focusing? I don't think we're focusing. Hold on. There we go. Look at the glitter like on the flower that he's laying in. It looks so cool. I love that they have the pass holder 2024 inside the, I think these are sunflowers. And then this kind of looks like Spaceship Earth a little bit to me there. And then we have Let Love Flower and Epcot Flower and Garden Festival again. Really cute pen. The last two were limited editions. They had more than this. I think they had the Mad Hatter and I think there was one other one, but these are the two that fit into my collection. So they were the only two that I got. So I did get the Beauty and the Beast topiary one. I I love the Beauty and the Beast topiary in Epcot, like over in the France Pavilion. I think it's really cute. So we have Spaceship Earth kind of there in the background in a deeper green. And then you have, Belle and Beast here in the foreground and a pen and pin element. And they have a very different feel to than the background with that um, almost, I don't know, it almost looks texturized a little bit. And it's just very glossy, and I don't know, these are really cool pens. So I really enjoy them every year. So we have the Beauty and the Beast one. And then I also got Sorcerer Mickey, which is another, like, I specifically collect Mickey Mouse, but I love the Sorcerer Mickey pen. So whenever a new Sorcerer Mickey pen comes out, I am very drawn to it. So again, very similar to the Beauty and the Beast one, we have the Spaceship Earth in the background, along with the topiary of Mickey and, the broom with the water buckets here. And they have that same kind of polka dot, or however you want to say it, that it makes them look a little bit plant-like in there. So really enjoy those two. Then we have our monthly release pens. So I am trying to collect the bi-coastal pens. This is probably the set that I am going to most try to get this year. I think these are really cool pens. I already have the first in the series. I have one coming, and then I think these are the other two that have been released. So I think I'm up to date with the releases. I was lucky enough to go over to the Contemporary and get their very last Soren pen. They had to take it out of the case for me. I was so excited because I couldn't find it anywhere else. So I was like, I'm not going to find it. It's going to be gone. But I did get the last one. So we are cleared for takeoff. It's what this says in the background. And then you do have kind of the Mickey that moves back and forth. You have the Disney World logo here and the Disneyland logo, because these are commemorating all the rides that are on both coasts. So we have Soarin', we have the Tiki Room, we have Haunted Mansion. Oh gosh, I have the first one. What is it? Oh, it's Space Mountain. So some of the ones that I'm really hoping are going to come are like PhilharMagic, because we now have that on both coasts. And they have a couple of other, like Peter Pan, I'm hoping is going to come, and a couple of other ones. So anyhow, Big Thunder Mountain would be cool. So I love how you have the Flight Mickey here as well. And it does say Soarin' down there at the bottom. So this is one of the bi-coastal, and the one that had released closest to when I got there was the Tiki Room one. So it says Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, not under new management. And then, of course, you have the Tiki Room on both coasts pictured here, which I think is really cool. And I love the sliding element. Like I said, these are limited edition. And they did retail for $20 essentially. And they are limited edition of 4,000. So a big enough edition size that I don't think I'm going to be forced to miss out on any, if that makes sense. I may have to pay a premium for a couple. Then I did pick up two of the parade pens. These are the only two I saw in the park. I have missed quite a few because they are releasing them on each coast. I really like this edition of pens. However, because they are releasing so many in this series, I don't know that I'm going to be able to collect them all. So we'll have to see. I might, see what I can trade for or whatnot, but I do have the Pirates one, which features the dog with the keys in his mouth in one of the boats from the ride. And then you have a pirate ship in the background, the skull and saber there, as well as this barrel. They do have a hook on one end, and then you do have a loop on the other, so you can actually connect these pens to make a chain for your display purposes, which I think is really cool. And the other one that I got was the Ariel one because it'll fit in my collection no matter what. And it has Sebastian in one of the ride cars, which I think is really cool. You have one of the dancing crustaceans here in the background in like a wave. Really cute pen. So I did pick up a couple of those actually to use as traders. And let's see. Oh, maybe they don't actually. No, they connect. So that's how they would connect. Really fun. And the last ones I got were actually in the It's Showtime edition. Now I have the first one in the series of this one as well. I am missing the three Caballeros, I think. I might end up getting this whole edition because I think it's a cool concept. So, and sometimes I didn't know about the bi-coastal one when I started figuring out which edition I wanted to go after. So originally I was going after this collection. So I think I might end up with 2 this year. We'll see. But we have the newest one, which was the Aristocats one. It says the Alley Cats here, and it is a poster with a kind of pen-on-pen element to it, which makes it really fun. So we have the Aristocats all playing their musical instruments here. You have some fun glitter elements in there. And then down here it says appeared live in Paris, which I think is really fun. And then this one, which was the previous one that came out for it, was Powerline. So from the Goofy movie, a kind of niche collection, I would say, and growing in popularity I've seen over the last, I'd say, year or two. So we have Powerline, and I love how they did the glitter elements here. He's much shinier, and it just fits with the styling of this particular pen. But again, you have some pen-on-pen elements, and it says Standout Tour on the bottom here. You have Powerline in his outfit, along with his hand being part of that 3D element, which is really cool. And I didn't look up on the parade pens, and I will do that in a second here, but these were limited edition of 3,000. Now these are probably not going to be as popular as some of the other sets, but I do think they're really cool. There's usually like one standout set that everybody wants each year, and I think that's going to be the parade pens this year. Although I've seen, I think people are getting, because there are so many releases, there is some fatigue there. But these are limited edition of 3,000 as well. And most people cannot, I mean, there is no way for most people to be able to get all the pens by going to the park themselves, is the other thing. So anyhow, that is my complete Disney haul, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to pick up all these pins. I did spend a small fortune at the park, I will admit, but it was kind of my birthday splurge. So anyhow, until next time, I'll see you guys real soon.